Finbar Hoban presents Elaine Mai Upstairs at Bridge Street, Castlebar, €810 in September. We awarded Elaine Mai with the honourable title of Best Tune of Electric Picnic 2017 for her remix of Chris Isaak's Wicked Game. As one of Ireland's best electronic artists, layering her own voice with gorgeous melodies and harmonies to swirl around you on the dance floor, this year has seen her go from strength to strength. Feast your ears on her. The Colour of the Night EP is your pregig homework. Tickets are €8 in advance from the bar and €10 on the door. Louise Bruton, God is an Astronaut. The Button Factory, Dublin, €25. Ticketmaster.ie. God is an Astronaut have been keeping busy touring across Europe, going strong since 2002. God is an Astronaut, the ambient post-rock group from Glen of the Downs in Wicklow, are one of Ireland's most celebrated instrumental acts. Although they haven't released an album since 2015's Helios I Erebus, their seventh album, in later years, they've become less reliant on visuals to enhance their live set and instead push themselves harder, making for an even more riveting performance. Angelo De Augustine, The Grand Social, Dublin, €13. Ticketmaster.ie. 2 fun facts about Californian musician Angelo De Augustine. 1. He recorded all of the tracks from Swim Inside the Moon, his second album, in his bathtub. 2. He's signed to Asthmatic Kitty Records, the same label as Sufjan Stevens. Here's another bonus fun fact for you. Stevens also animated De Augustine's video for Crazy, Stoned and Ganon. If gentle and sensitive acoustic music is your vibe, it doesn't get more gentle, sensitive or acoustic than Angelo De Augustine. Steps 3 Arena, Dublin, €4,054.65. Ticketmaster.ie. Steps a little older, just 2017 has been quite the year for the all-dancing and somewhat singing Steps. Tears on the Dance Floor, their first album in 5 years, entered the charts at number 2 in the UK and number 10 in Ireland. They're as camp as ever, and it's a blessing that they haven't been nabbed to represent the UK in the Eurovision, because it would be a real pity to vote against a belter like Scared of the Dark. Watch out for the key change. It'll get you. Sylvan Esso Tivoli Theatre, Dublin, €18. Ticketmaster.ie. Sometimes, the perfect result can arrive from the most unlikely sources. When singer-songwriter Amelia Mead was in the band Mountain Man, she emailed a song of hers, Play It Right, to producer Nick Sanborn. Mead's request was simple: here is my song, make it sound better. Within a year, the band Sylvan Esso was born. 4 years and 2 albums later, the most recent being What Now, the Mead-Sanborn combination is beguiling listeners from Amsterdam to Washington, D.C., with Pitchfork praising the pair for offering a biting, withering take on pop music. Sounds right up our street. Tony Clayton Lee. Daniel Romano Wellens, Dublin, €16. Ticketmaster.ie. To continue with our fun fact spree, here's some Daniel Romano trivia for your next dinner party. The Canadian musician moonlights as a poet and a leather craftsman, and often makes intricate guitar straps for his other musician friends. A man of many talents. Fond of a cowboy hat and a deep sense of irony, he delivers power indie pop with a country flourish. Known as a bit of a mad genius, expect this show to come with a performance. Depeche Mode, 3 Arena, Dublin, 7 p.m, €91, €81, €70 and 45 cents. Ticketmaster.ie. Depeche Mode have repeatedly challenged expectations, from Basildon Cherubs to industrial electro imps. The life and times of Depeche Mode is truly one long, thick, strange trip. What has been a mainstay of their 37-year career is the quality of the music. Having long since replaced sparkling electropop, New Life just can't get enough. See you with rather more dramatic goth-influenced electro-rock. There was a time in the 1990s when it seemed as if familiarity might undermine them, but they have repeatedly challenged expectations. New album, Spirit, will be filleted, and, you betcha, older material will be aired. TCL Rainbow Man Olympia Theatre, Dublin, 8 p.m, €28.90 sold out. Ticketmaster.ie. Rag and Bone Man Rory by Deans Chalkley for Sony Records. Rory Graham has the kind of blues R&B voice that brings you to your knees. Hot on the heels of being named British Breakthrough Act at this year's Brit Awards in February, he released his debut album, Human, to much critical acclaim. The Ticket described it as a collection of ardent rap and sweet spot blue soul songs. In the interim, Graham has ably consolidated his status as one to watch with a series of superb and, yes, sweaty performances, including a You Had to Be There gig at Electric Picnic. TCL. The Killers, 3 Arena, Dublin, 8 p.m, €97, €73, €66 and 45 cents sold out. Ticketmaster.ie. Also Friday, SSE Arena, Belfast, 8 p.m. £62, £60, Serena. Belfast.com. The Killers back on form, credit where it's due, and all of that, but the latest album from The Killers, Wonderful Wonderful, released just over a month ago, sees them right back on form. It was a tricky enough 5 years from their previous album, Battle-born, the mediocre quality of which placed the band precariously close to the ho-hum bargain bin, but the past year or so has seen the Las Vegas band up its game to the point where they can unashamedly give their album a title that isn't too far from the truth. TCL. Paul Noonan. Riverbank Arts Centre, Newbridge, Kildare, 8 p.m, €27, riverbank.ie. Also Friday, Roissy UBH, Galway, 9 p.m, €28, €26, sold out. Roisandube.net. Paul Noonan's most well-known creative outlet is Bell X1, which recently announced a series of shows in Dublin's Vicar Street, next March 21-25. In the meantime, Noonan strikes out on a rare solo tour, wherein he will be premiering new material, as well as more familiar songs from not only Bell X1's highly acclaimed back pages but also his fine 2014 album, Printer Clips. Special guest is rising singer-songwriter, Maria Kelly. These gigs are the beginning of a nationwide tour, which continues to the end of November. TCL. Atlantic Sessions Anchor Complex, Port Stewart, Code Erie, 9 p.m, £6, AtlanticSessions.com. Now in its 9th year, Atlantic Sessions features over 60 Northern Irish musicians and songwriters performing alongside a music trail that will wind its way between Port Stewart, Portrush and Port Ballantrae. Headline acts across the weekend include Ports, who will be accompanied by the Primo Quartet tonight. Tomorrow, Friday, Joshua Burnside, Roisin Ellis, and Gareth Dunlop hold court at the Atlantic Bar, Portrush, 7 p.m, £10. Saturday, November 18th sees double Ivor Novello Award winner and Grammy nominee Ian Archer perform at the Arcadia, Portrush, 4 p.m, £6. 2 hours later at the same venue, electronic artist Ryan Vale will perform a full audiovisual show ADM free. TCL. Camille O'Sullivan. Olympia Theatre, Dublin, 8 p.m, €29. Ticketmaster.ie. Camille O'Sullivan. Photograph Roberto Ricciuta. Images. We've all seen performers who think they can get away with delivering a version of Nick Cave crossed with Agnes Burnell, but when you see Camille O'Sullivan do the same, and much more besides, you know you're not only in a safe pair of hands, but also in the presence of someone that knows their craft inside out. Another notable aspect of O'Sullivan's live shows is the quality of drama attached to the material. She acts as well as she sings, as anyone who watched her in the Dublin Theatre Festival production, Boyzek in Winter, will surely attest to. TCL. Paul Brady Opera House, Cork, 8 p.m, €45, €42, €36, corkoperahouse.ie. Paul Brady. Photograph Cyril Bryn. The Irish Times. It is too easy, if not unfair, to overlook artists when they've been around for as long as Paul Brady. Now 70, he has been a robust music specialist since 1965, stepping across genres without putting a foot wrong. He shows no sign of slipping, either. His latest album of new material, the aptly titled Unfinished Business, is up there with his best work. This show is the start of a nationwide tour, which continues to the end of November and into December. See paulbrady.com for full details. TCL. Melogy and Sorcha Richardson. St. John the Baptist, Church of Ireland, Drumcondra, Dublin, 8:30 p.m, €15, glassdrum.ie. The tagline for this double bill is New Sounds in an Old Place, and that's exactly what you're getting. Music from songwriters that you may not have heard of, performing their songs in the beautiful surroundings of a church. If there's a hint of other voices about this, then so be it. What is more important is the caliber of the music, and we can safely say that Lurgan's Stevie Majolian Scullion's latest album, Let Your Weirdness Carry You Home, and Dublin-born, Nike resident Sorcha Richardson's latest single, Waking Life, most assuredly fit the bill. TCL. Cigarettes After Sex, The Academy, Dublin, €20.90. Ticketmaster.ie. If you can't listen to Cigarettes After Sex music in a darkened room in the way that the name intimately dictates, you may as well go and see the band perform in a semi-darkened room with a few hundred strangers, swaying together in appreciation. The Texan band's self-titled debut album released earlier this year is a dreamy affair, twinged with sadness and desire. Due to demand, the gig venue was moved from Wellands to the Academy, so act quickly if you want to be moved. £.